Hey, this is Erik Jensen in one of my South Holler production self-produced things. There's no color correction or anything in this thing. This really is just a tribute to a man that I had a great deal of respect for. He was a quiet man who liked to work with his hands and hang things on his walls. I wonder where I got that from. My grandpa Art was 90 when he passed away this year. He'd been a lot of things in his life. He'd been a member of the UAW. He met Jimmy Hoffa once. He had been a farmer in good years and in bad, and he had also been a mechanic. And in the later years of his life, in his retirement, he joined a group called the Lake Itasca Pioneer Farmers, and these guys had gotten together in 1976 for the bicentennial to do a threshing show, to sort of show how, this sort of Americana, almost Norman Rockwell-esque way of life, actually. And they decided that there was a lot of machinery, a lot of very important machinery in history that was just sitting around rusting in fields, and they wanted to pass it on to the next generation. So they started to get together every year to preserve this machinery and do these tractor shows. And these tractor shows are amazing. People come from all over the country to watch them. My grandfather was a very important part of the Lake Itasca Pioneer Farmers. I think it was one of the things that he was proudest of. I believe that he owned 4 tractors. I think we're going to see him. We're going to get to meet him. He was a really good, kind, gentle man, and I learned a lot more about making movies from him than I did from going to college. He taught me work ethic, and I love him for that, and I'm going to miss him very, very much. So please enjoy my tribute to my grandfather, Main Street.
Where are we?
Well, we were
looking for the land of make-believe.
There's a sign.
It's way too far off the road.
Okay.
But apparently the land of make-believe is only for people who have a lot of gas.
Yeah, wait.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way, and our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
Our main goal was to try to save and perpetuate old machinery because it was disappearing so quickly. For the bicentennial observance in 1976, we were asked to put on a threshing show. None of us had that much stuff, but we started accumulating. Other people got interested, and so at the end of August in 1976, we had our very first show, and we had over 1,000 people come to it. And the feeling was they wanted us to keep going.
Are you your arms tired yet, or are you doing most of your stuff on sticks?
Yeah, I was mostly walking around getting.
He was standing down on the loading dock down there when I
Oh, you saw me down there? Yeah.
Who's that guy?
I wonder if that's one of your guys or.
Yeah, Josh is a really good cameraman.
How did you guys get here?
We drove.
With what?
I'll show it to you. It's up by the sawmill.
Oh yeah.
A big old what is it? A Navigator?
Yeah, Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah. Lincoln.
It's
big
a
SUV.
big, and it's got a global positioning device in it, so we don't get lost. It'll tell you where you are and how to get there. And everything.
Right here.
that runs like certain equipment and stuff that hooks into that. It goes around fast. We got a little handle here.
So you want to show us your tractors?
Yeah.
If you know, yeah, let's go up on the shoulder.
follow you guys
I'll
out?
carry this. Nice work, Dad. So, Grandpa was telling me that this tractor you've had for how long?
Since 1982.
Since 1982.
Yeah.
And
We come out of a junkyard.
really?
Yeah. Didn't run. It was stuck.
Yeah. You just found it somewhere?
Pardon?
You just went over to the junkyard and saw it and said, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I made a deal with a guy.
What'd you pay for it?
$150.
That's amazing. Now, is this all original parts on it, or did you have to buy some parts for it?
Oh, most of it's original. Yeah. Like this thing here, you can buy them. I made that.
This is a replica of a store that my grandparents owned when I was a small boy, 15 miles away. We built this replica in 1998 with as much as I could glean from memory the way it looks. We had 2 pictures to go by.
50 cents for that. I'll show you something else.
This is our 30th season, 30th annual show. I'm Bob Bilden. I was born 1.5 miles from where I presently live. So I've been in the neighborhood my entire 71 and more than a half years. I was a farmer for a number of years, also trucked timber and drove a school bus for many years. I retired from doing that and from farming about the same time. This is in the 8th year of operation. My wife and I built it in the year 1998. She said I'd been dreaming about it for 20 years, which might be a slight exaggeration, but I know I dreamed about it for a period of time. And when we moved down here to this locality in 1990, I think the dream became more of a burning desire.
Well, you can't be my lover, baby. You ain't got the style. I'm gonna get some real gone love that'll drive a cool cat wild. I gotta move, roll it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town. Yes, I gotta move on down the line. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll make some time. She can't be square, she can't be broke. When she starts strutting, gotta go, cat, go. Gotta move it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show you ain't so hot. I'm gonna get what you ain't got. She'll be sweet, she won't do me wrong. She'll be cool and twice as gone. I'm gonna move it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town. Yes, I'm gonna move on down the line. I'm gonna get me a gal and make some time. She can't be square, she can't be broke. When she starts strutting, gotta go, cat, go. Gotta move it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town. Yeah, I'm gonna move on down the line. I'm gonna get me a gal, make some time. She can't be square, she can't be broke. When she starts strutting, gotta go, cat, go. Gotta move it right on down. Yes, I'm gonna move on down the line. I'm gonna get me a gal and make some time. She can't be square, she can't be slow. When she starts strutting, gotta go, cat, go. Gotta move it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town. Yes, I'm gonna move on down the line. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll make some time. She can't be square, she can't be broke. When I start strutting, gotta go, cat, go. Gotta move it right on down. I'm gonna get me a gal and I'll go out on the town.
Did you drive one of these when you were?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was this
Probably not this particular one, but something like it, you know.
What is
See that red H over there? That's mine too.
Let's see that one.
And this is mine. Yeah, this is the 1940 International H.
Uh-huh.
Rubber tires. Nice stuff, you know.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting, actually. What would you say the oldest tractor here is? Probably the steam one, you think, that they got?
Yeah, the steam ones are old. And then that old green thing up there. That's
Which one?
That rock.
Yeah.
This one here, you got a starter on it, so you don't really have to crank it.
Uh-huh.
That one over there, you ain't going to get it started unless you crank it.
Wow.
With the steel wheels on them. That there is about 1928, I would say.
Wow.
So that's about 77 years old.
Wow, that's incredible.
Just about as old as I am.
Did you look at that? Yeah, it is. So I never. You sure you don't want to paint some flames on here?
No. You want to make damn sure you get the right decals on it up on it.
Oh, really? Do people give you a hard time if you don't get the right one?
No.
No?
You don't really need a battery because this makes its own spark.
Oh, right on. I'm not sure I understand how that works. So when you start it, this sparks instead of. So you don't need a battery.
If I took that spark plug wire off and you held it and I turned it over,
yeah,
it wouldn't knock you to the ground, but it would shake you up pretty good.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I know so.
We should get that on camera. This is a beautiful tractor, Grandpa.
Yeah, it is. Just can't get nothing running today, I guess.
Randy's pretty good at fixing this stuff, right?
Well, he's okay, but he needs instructions and assistance.
Motor and the transmission's in it, and the gearbox. It's a Honda 5-horse.
Okay. And you did all the electrical too?
Yep.
Oh.
I even made my own ring gear for the electric starter.
Oh, nice.
Because this one they don't make a starter and that for them. Because it starts it easy.
Great.
Like to see them get more young guys involved in this. There's a lot of old people. There's a lot of them going to cities. A lot of your high school and college kids are going out of state. Better salary.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can figure out.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, look yonder coming down that railroad track. Hey, look yonder coming down that railroad track. It's that orange blossom special, bringing my baby back.
Take it off so I get by. Get off the track.
Heinz was a big maker of soup years ago, and we have a number of Heinz cans from the 1930s labeled, and one of the things they offered was mock turtle soup. And I only have so many in here, but they had more varieties, and I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13. They probably had about 35 or so. They probably had oxtail and Scotch broth, but one of the unique ones was this mock turtle soup. But I mean, they also had Creole gumbo soup, which they still make today, and various things like that.
And so we moved out there, but at the time we moved into the trailer park, it was getting really cold and winter was setting in, and so he's gonna try and build like a entryway over the front door. And we're out there one morning and he's like, measure this, cut that, measure that. Okay, hold that light up there. So I stood on top of the ladder and I'm holding the light. He said, okay, drop the light. I just let go of it, smashed the bulb all to hell. He was like wigging out.
This is Crusty, by the way.
We don't have any more bulbs. Oh my goodness.
This is Crusty.
This is a
This
tribute
is our
to
dad,
Bob.
Crusty.
Okay, you ready? They call him Crusty, Crusty Dakota. He's from Minnesota. He drinks Pepsi Cola. They call him Crusty, Crusty Dakota. Crusty Dakota. He's from Minnesota.
Yay!
I wish we could use your part, though. We're sorry, Pops.
Yeah, I'll take your good side.
You have to turn them around a few times to find it.
Look in the lens. We're just gonna take a picture.
We're all members of the show.
You're members of the show. What does that mean to be a member of the show?
We get to make laughs up.
For those people who aren't lucky enough to actually have some lefse, would you care to tell me what lefse is?
It's a mixture of potatoes, butter, and flour. A little salt, a little sugar.
Yeah, and all Scandinavians usually like it, don't they?
Oh, they love it. Yeah. If you're Scandinavian, you'll love it. If you aren't, you'll love it too.
It's time to quit. This is the last one.
This is the last
lefse.
Now he's taking a picture of it.
Honey, don't take a picture of me making this bad lefse.
How did you like it, by the way?
I love it. There it is. There it is. Go roll it.
Honey, don't take a picture of the bad one.
I'm sorry. I'm just so curious.
That's so we can eat them.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
My uncle was in the store alone one day, and my grandpa and grandma had gone somewhere, and an old rustic individual from down the hill some 10 miles away came walking in, and he was obnoxious. He was ornery and sarcastic, and he walked into the store with an airy manner and looked all around. He checked everything on the shelves, and my uncle was behind the counter, and finally he walked over to my uncle and he says, "How much is your coffee?" Well, my uncle said, "It's 2 pounds for a quarter." And so the man looked at Uncle Bob for a little bit, and finally with a half sneer he said, "Mister, I'm going to tell you something. I can go to Bagley, the mercantile store, and I can buy it there any day of the week for 15 cents a pound." And my uncle said, "You know, if I were you, it's exactly where I'd go to buy it."
Spent a lot of time helping him with his projects. I know when I was in college, I'd come home in the summer and they had bought this piece of land and put their house on it. and he was trying to dig. You were digging a trench for your septic tank or something. Every time we go home, all we did was dig holes. We dig these trenches, 6 feet deep, and we dig a well, and we dig, we just
That's all he
worked
did when
and
he
worked.
came home. Between the times he came home, Scott and my job was to move the same pile of rocks all over that land. We must have moved them rocks 20 times. He'd put them over here, and then he'd go, I'm going to put up a shed there. Can you guys haul them rocks over? And he's always really nice about it, Geez, guys, I'm really sorry about this, but, them rocks would look way better over here. Oh, geez, your mom wants to put up a flower garden. We spent a whole freaking summer moving rocks up with a hood of a car behind this little tractor.
Tell me a little further back when you were kids. Tell me about the go-kart.
Oh, yeah. Neighbor kid was a rich kid. And I don't know what his dad
Which
did.
kid was that?
Dickie Swanson, and he says dad.
Well, he's
sold
rich compared to
furniture.
us. He
Well,
wasn't
compared
really
to us,
rich,
but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
for his birthday, he got a go-kart. Wow, we thought that was pretty cool. So we go home and we tell Pops, "Hey man, Dickie got a go-kart." Oh, really?
I think he's making this.
A couple of days later, he starts bringing stuff home. You don't remember this, I bet.
I don't remember this. No, I think you're
Brought
making it up.
No, you'll ask him. I think he brought home a chunk of a frame off of Saab or something. And welded it together.
No, he had bed frame. He had a bed frame for the frame.
You say bed frame, I say Saab.
Well, they're close.
At any rate,
yeah.
He gets this thing. It's got a horse and a half motor on it.
It was from a lawnmower.
It weighs way more than this motor is capable of doing anything.
It's from a
with.
lawnmower.
And he gets lawnmower tires. Now the old lawnmower tires.
It was from the real lawnmower. It was from the real type lawnmower.
Oh, whatever. But the tires that he got came off of the mower decks of the old mowers, and they had steel inside with a hard rubber tire. How many sets of them we go through, Dad? 10, 12?
Yeah.
And we dug up the lawn, because when the rubber came off, we didn't care.
But he made this thing. We didn't know what he was making, and then he comes out and he says, "Yeah, he got you a go-kart." So we had this big old lot next door. And we just, all summer long, we just go around this lot, just tore it up, and it went pretty fast, And it was just fun. I mean,
Yeah. No, we'd have kicked his ass.
Dickie wouldn't let his get dirty.
Yeah, he was that kind of guy.
Take me riding in the car, take me riding in the car, take you riding in my car, I'll take you riding in my car. Click, clank, open up a door, girls. Click, clank, open up a door, boys. Front door, back door, click-a-dick, clack, take you riding in my car. Climb, rattle on the front seat. Spree, I spraddle on the back seat. Turn my key, step on the starter, take you riding in my car. Engine, it goes, engine, it goes, front seat, back seat, boys and girls, take you riding in my car. Trees in the houses walk along, trees in the houses walk along. Truck and a cart and a garbage can, I'll take you riding in my car. Ships and little boats chug along, ships and little boats chug along. Take you riding in my car. I'm gonna zoom you home again, I'm gonna zoom you home again. Roll home, take you riding in my car. I'm gonna let you blow the horn, I'm gonna let you blow the horn.
One thing I've always appreciated about living on the farm has been the quietness of it through the years. I was an only child, so I experienced loneliness from time to time, but I usually made my own fun and enjoyed pretty much being there on the farm with my folks.
Like where the town I live is, it has 1,500 people I live by, and compared to like a big city, that's just like a little speck.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to rethink our whole farming situation somewhat when fuel starts getting this high, that we might want to look at going back the way we were, a little smaller.
Wherever they can find good jobs, that's where they go. A lot of your high school and college kids are going out of state.
That's what I did.
Very sad because it's getting to be moving to corporate farming, and that's not it should be a family business. Technology has just put a lot of people out of business.
Well, usually the last thing to go is the bar or the churches. There's no future.
The young people, there was no reason for them to stay if they couldn't inherit the farm. Or they couldn't work at the implement dealership because that wasn't there anymore, or they couldn't work at the store or in the post office because those were gone. The only people who still live there are old people. This town of Laverne, my dad grew up. You go there now, it's pretty much of a dead town. It's going to be a ghost town. About 10, 20 years from now, you go there, there just probably won't be anything.
Some simply have quit. It's saddening is to see things. You always look for change and improvement in things, but it's sad to see the old ways, the customs, and especially the values disappearing that we once recognized and were a part of.
I have heard of a land on a faraway strand. 'Tis a beautiful home of the soul, built by Jesus on high, where we never shall die. 'Tis a land where we'll never grow old, never grow old, where we'll never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, where we'll never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old.
Well, that fits us bunch to a T, don't it?
In that beautiful home, where we'll never more roam, we shall be in that sweet by and by. Happy praise to the King, through eternity ring. 'Tis a land where we never shall die. Never grow old, where we'll never grow old. 'Tis a land where we'll never grow old. never grow old, where we'll never grow old. 'Tis a land where we'll never grow old. When our work here is done, and our life's crown is won, and our troubles and trials are o'er, all our sorrow will end, and our voices will blend with the loved ones who've gone on before. Never grow old, where we'll never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, where we'll never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old.
Put in first.
All right.
Now let the clutch out real slow. Get your foot off the brake.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to be standing back there?
I'm good.
I don't want to throw you off.
Don't worry. I'm good.
Hey!
Hey!